All right, we will go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to barre class. My name is Danielle, and I'm excited to do this great at-home 45-minute barre workout with you. So today we'll be using a yoga mat, and you can see behind me two light weights. For me, light weights usually is between 3 to 5 pounds, somewhere in that range. We're also going to be using a chair for balance and stability. So if you're at home, you can use a countertop or chair or test your balance and work on some balance challenges without. We also will be using one glute or circular resistance band. So if you have one, these are a great tool you can use for barre. It'll go right around our quads. This is a medium strength. So get what you can. Make sure you've got water. I've got water there as well. And we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to class. So let's go ahead and once you're all set up, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with a nice warm-up, a little bit of dynamic range of movement. And if you're new to barre, also, this is just a nice low-impact workout with a little bit of a ballet flair. So you don't have to be a dancer, but just follow along with me. So let's go ahead and just to start, I want you to just step nice and wide in your mat, your space, your area. And let's take a few deep breaths and just roll the shoulders back, releasing any tension. Take a few deep breaths. Just really enjoy setting aside a little bit of time for yourself today. Good. Dropping the shoulders down, really feeling nice and tall. From here, we're going to keep this wide stance and turn our toes out slightly. You should be able to bend your knees out to the side and everything goes out. But always feel free to modify if you need to, if you have any knee injuries, anything like that. Just take a stance that feels right for you. For part of our warm-up, we're going to start with some plies with our hands out to our sides. It's going to look like this. We're going to bend our knees, bring our arms down, and then big inhale and reach up. And we're just going to repeat this for about, we'll do 20 rounds of this. So let's go ahead and get started, going at your own speed and pace. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, standing tall, 8, 7, 6, keep going, I'll just show you from the side, 5, so my bottom is going back a little bit, but you're still standing tall, 2, and 1, breathing nice and deep. Go ahead and reach the arms all the way up. I'm going to face the front again. And just for a little side body stretch, take a big inhale. Exhale, lean to one side. Big inhale, exhale, lean to the other. Really stretching that spine. From here, go ahead and bring those arms down. We're going to keep our beautiful wide stance. And now we're going to work on twists. So we're going to reach to each side. And you can give this a try. Before I count you down for 20 of these, I want you to notice how my knee bends and I pivot slightly to each way. This is to protect our knee, so make sure you don't just torque and twist the knee. So we're going for a nice trunk rotation as we reach from side to side. So we'll do this for a count of 20. When you're ready, join right in. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, keep those abs in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to do another exercise to warm up the legs, these nice big moves. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep this wide stance once more. We're going to bend those knees, plieing down, and then we're just going to reach the arms up, alternating from side to side, yeah? All right, warming up our knees, warming up our toes, warming up the side body. Let's go ahead for a count of 20. When you're ready, let's go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, from here, keeping this wide stance in ballet, this is called second position, toes facing outward. We're going to bend those knees, and this is a squat variation. It's called a plie. So just to clarify really quickly, because we'll be doing both squats and plies today. A squat, you've got your feet hip width apart, knees facing forward, tracking forward. And with a squat, it is okay to send the hips back slightly, keep your abs and core tight. In a plie, and this one in particular in second position, toes turn out, knees bend out to the side, and you want to tuck that pelvis under a little bit more. So just a little clarification there. We're going to reach our hands out like we're holding a box. We're going to find that wide plie position. Again, modify and adjust if you need to. Turn those toes out, keep that tummy in, and we're going to pulse down for 20. Yeah, and we're never going to straighten all the way up. We're just going to be down and down. Here we go. Let's pulse down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Make sure you're breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. See how my hips stay underneath of myself. 2 and 1. So the more you tuck that seat under in these plie type positions, the more you're going to engage the core, the glutes, the quads, really working a little bit harder. Okay, let's come down to that squat plie position one more time. From here, we're just going to take a nice arm stretch before we pick up our weights and kind of continue our warm-up incorporating some weights. So from this low second position, you can place one hand on one hip. Give this a try with me. We're going to take a big inhale, lean to one side, and then we're going to add a nice shoulder rotation there. Yeah? Let's try that on the other side. So we reach over, rotate at the shoulder, arm comes back up. So that is the basic mechanics of the move. We're going to speed it up for a count of 20, and it's going to look something like this. We're going to go inhale and reach, and 2. Reach, alternating for a count of 20. Now, if this is too much activation of your core or quads, you can always modify by coming upright, but I would invite you to go into that stretch. Ready? Let's do a count of 20, starting on this side. Here we go. 20, 19, 18. It's not super fast. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. You're doing great. 8, 7, 6. We're going to stretch those legs in a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Straighten those legs, and let's go ahead and reach up high and just take a big inhale, exhale, and fold forward. And I just want you to take a big breath here, maybe move the hips a little side to side, relax the low back, the lumbar. From here, this is a great opportunity. If you'd like, you can grab a sip of water, and then you can go ahead and pick up your light weights if you have them or are using them today. All right, so we're going to keep this wide stance for a couple more moves here. We're going to start with our light weights in our hands. We have that second position. Now we're going to raise one toe on the ball. So lifting that heel off of the ground. We're going to plie down and then bring our arms about shoulder height and back up. And we're going to do this for 10 repetitions with one heel off the ground, 10 repetitions with the other heel off the ground, and then bonus challenge, we're going to see if we can lift both heels and pulse down for 10 repetitions. So just follow along with me. Just remember 10 reps on one leg, 10 reps on the other, 10 with your bonus challenge. At any point, heels can come down, or you can reach onto a chair for support if that is better for you. All right, ready? So we're gonna start with arms down, lift one heel, take a big inhale, and let's do 10 repetitions with that heel up. So we plie down, shoulder height, down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, really challenge yourself here, 5, 6, it's slow, so you have a lot of time, 7, to come down, 8, 9, we're gonna switch here in a minute, 10, all right, switch your heels, directly go into side 2, 10, we're gonna count backwards now, 9, 8, 7, 6, you're doing great, are you ready for that double lift? Let's try 4 more here, 4, 3, 2, okay, and 1, balance challenge, both heels up and down and up for 10, 9, ooh, that's hard, 8, 7, 6, you got this, 5, maybe put the weights slightly in front to help with balance, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Shake out your legs. You may be starting to feel a little bit of quad and calf burn. All right, let's go ahead now from here. We're going to give those legs a break for just a moment. Bring your hands right out to your sides, a little bit lower than shoulder height. We're going to do 10 baby circles. So bar is different than a lot of other fitness disciplines in that we really control the move. So you're really going to use those muscles to keep the movement small and under control. So 10 circles, you can choose if you'd like to go forward or back, but just make it small, not a big move like this. Don't ever drop the weights down. All right, you ready? And you can do this without weights if you need to. Here we go, 10 circles. 10, 9, 8, really working the shoulder here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, nice job. Give those shoulders a roll. I hope you're starting to feel a little bit warmer. We're going to go into a few more things. So let's go ahead and let's take our feet now about hip width apart, toes facing forward. And from here, we're going to do a pulse for 2 with our arms up and down. So you're going to take one arm up a little bit above the shoulder, one arm down. We're going to bend those knees, and I'm going to give you a couple options here. You can look at me from the side. So option 1, we're going to be pulsing for 2. So we'll go pulse for 2, bending the knees, switch, repeat, pulse for 2. Option 1, heels are flat. Our added bonus challenge, try to be in releve on those tiptoes again as you pulse for 2. So we're going to repeat this pulse for 2, switch, pulse for 2, just for a round of 10. You can pick your foot position. Notice how my hips are not shifting back for this. I am tucking the pelvis under. So let's go ahead, give it a try, see how it goes. Building some strength. One arm up, one arm down. Get your plie going on releve if you wish, and let's begin. Pulse for 2, that's 1. Pulse for 2, 2, pulse. 3, pulse. 4, pulse. 5, abs are in. 6, good, 7, 8, for 2, 9, last one, 10, good job, all right. Keep your wide stance and let's move right on to a goalpost squat. So we're gonna have our arms in a goalpost position. We're gonna be doing an overhead press here, reaching straight up and down, but we're gonna add a little legs today. So we're gonna squat down, bend knees, bend elbows, reach up. So a little quick clarification before we go right into it. This one is indeed a squat. So with that, abs and core are in, hips can come slightly back, arms are slightly in front of the body. You don't want to pitch them back. We're gonna bend down, reach up. bend down and reach up for 10. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. Pulse down, reach up. That's 1, down, reach, 2, down, reach, 3, down, reach, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10, standing nice and tall. Excellent job. Okay, we're almost done with weights, and then we're gonna move on to some glute band. So I saved the best for last. We're gonna be working with some tricep kickbacks and some claps behind the back, but because it's bar, we're gonna add in a little leg balance component. So bring your elbows in towards the waist. Pinkies, if you can see here, are gonna be facing downwards. So you may know tricep kickbacks already. Basically with the arms for this exercise, we're gonna be bending like a hinge at the elbow, kicking the arms back. However, we're gonna add a little bar twist here. First step is gonna be step one leg back into a lunge, right? And you can do your kickback right from here. Repetition of 10 from a lunge. Or if you wanna challenge your balance again, you're gonna come onto the front foot, point your toe, you can kick back here, or full version, lift your leg. Every time you kick back, little pulse with the leg. It's a toughie. We're gonna do that for 10, and then we're gonna switch sides. So choose your foot positioning. You can try one and then switch to the other. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do this one from the side, so you can see it from the side. I'm gonna step one leg back, roll those shoulders back, elbows in towards the body. Find your position, nice big breath, and let's go for it. 10, 9, abs are in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point your toe if you can, just for that little extra bar Pilates style form, good form, right? All right, let's try that on the other side. Find your lunge, other leg back now, and pick your position, balanced or not, and let's go for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nicely done. Okay, one last exercise with our weights. It will also come from this lunge type of position, is we're gonna do clapping your hands behind the back, an amazing exercise for your arms, for your back. So if you go to your tricep extension that we just did, your arms are extended behind you, and I'm gonna turn away for just a moment. You're gonna pretend like you're clapping your hands behind your back. So take a look at this for a minute. Here we are. So you may notice I am only moving in a few inches behind me. And that is the complete exercise. You're squeezing those shoulder blades together, clapping those hands. Now to make this more challenging, we once more are gonna do 10 to each side, coming into our lunge or our balance. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate the balance. Let's get right into it. Step one leg back, find your position, and let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, how did that go? Let's switch, other side right away. Arms back, find your lunge, and go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and set our weights down. If you'd like, you can grab some water, maybe stretch out those arms a little bit. Good. From here, everybody, we're gonna go right into working with our band at the bar. So go ahead, grab your water if you need to. And then if you do have a band from home, we're gonna be placing it on our quads today for our work at our bar. Remember, if you don't have a bar, no problem. You can use a chair, countertop, or just work on that natural balance. All of my classes are different, so we'll do different things and won't always need necessarily a balance. All right, so you're gonna place your band on your quads here. Again, a medium resistance is great. If you are using it today, you're gonna find your chair or countertop just to have for balance. All right, and then wherever you're at, and I'm gonna show it from here and then from the front, we're gonna have our feet parallel, stomach muscles in, shoulders back, maybe holding onto our bar or countertop for balance. And we're just gonna lift up and down on the toes. Lift up and down, see how my body is very straight. This is our calf raise, yeah? All right, I'm gonna show you from the front. So we're gonna do, good, 10 reps of our calf raise, and I would invite you to lift up as high as you can if that is comfortable for you. So let's go ahead and begin. 10, 9, 8, stomach in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, this next one is fun. It's a little tricky, little brain tweezer or teaser, is we're gonna do what's called a roll up through the feet. So I'll show you from the side. It's a little easier to see that way. So we start flat-footed. We're holding on for balance or support if we need. We start by bending the knees. They come forward, seat is tucked under. Lift up onto the toes, onto our releve. Straighten the legs all the way up, and then gently place the heels down with resistance. Again, that is bend, lift the toes, straighten, release. Let's try that a few times now. We'll do it nice and slow today. Let's go for 10 repetitions of that roll up. Here we go. Bend, lift, straighten, and down. That's 1. Bend, lift, straighten, and down. That's 2. Now notice how my seat is tucked under, up and down. Bend, straighten, lift, and down. Bend, straighten, lift, and down. Bend, heels up, lift, and down. Let's see if we can do 4 more. Lift, up, down, 3, lift, up, down, 2, bend, lift, up, down. Last one, bend, lift, up, and down. Nice, right? All right, from here, we're ready to go. Our feet are still parallel. Bend those knees, tuck that seat under, lift up onto the toes here, and we're gonna pulse it down, right? So this is where a chair or a countertop is really handy. You can always, again, to modify, drop those heels down. See what I'm doing here is I'm bending down. I never really come up. I'm just lower and up a little bit and right back down. So let's do 10 reps right here on the spot. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, we're gonna keep it down, 2, 1. I invite you, keep yourself low here. We're low onto the tiptoes. We're low, seats tucked under. From here, we're gonna open and close those knees using our band for a count of 10. Are you ready? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, I hope you were starting to feel that at home, right? Feel it a lot in those glutes, those quads. Good job. All right, let's go ahead now and let's go into a little bit of hip abduction. So let me show you from the side and then we'll do to the front. So we're gonna stand nice and tall. We're going to keep our heels on the floor, bend one leg right at the knee joint, and then open and close out to the side. And I'll show you from the side as well. So basically, we're here, your hand can be on your surface or on your hip, and we're gonna take that knee up to the side. Notice how the rest of my body is relatively still, so we're not gonna throw the whole body, anything like that. All right, we'll do 10 repetitions on one leg, 10 repetitions on the other. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Bend that knee, open and close. Really be mindful. Abs are in, standing nice and tall. Good. Let's do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's go ahead and do the other leg, going right into it. All right, so you can hold on to your surface, and when you're ready, you can begin. Lift, lift. Good. So I'll do it this way so you can see me. It's hard to do it out here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, those are good. All right, I think we can handle one more round of 10 on each of those. This one's so good for our glutes, so good for our thighs. Let's just take a little extra time today with that. So let's go back to side one, bend that knee, and let's begin. 10 out to this direction. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If you want to get fancy, if you're a dance person, you can add in some fun arms. 2, 1, and let's go right into side 2. Bend at the knee, open, close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Starting to feel that burn, right? All right, let's go into now kicking our butt to the back. Donkey kicks or butt kickers, I've heard them go. So standing nice and tall, band still on our quads. You're going to start with that first leg, bend the knee. I like to flex the foot. Now for this one, to protect your low back, you can ever so slightly come forward. And then from here, you're just going to kick straight up. So your leg will go behind you, but your goal is to keep it small and just to kick almost like you're kicking your own backside, all right? So just like before, we're going to kick back for 10 with one leg, back for 10 with the other, and repeat, getting that glute work in. So let's go ahead and do it. Bend that knee, tummy muscles in, come forward ever so slightly to protect that back, and let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's switch into side 2. Bend at the knee. Notice how my leg never straightens completely. And let's go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. One more time. Go back to side 1. This is our last round. All right, 10 kicks on this leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch. Bend at the knee and kick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and take off our band. There's so many more things we could do with it, but we're going to do a couple other things and then switch to the core. But definitely, if you don't have one of these, they are a great, very inexpensive investment. And we'll definitely use them more in these bar classes. All right, we're going to finish with our standing segment by just doing a nice brush to the back. So this one definitely comes straight from ballet. It's called a battement, which means to beat. So we're going to do parallel today, nothing too turned out. We're going to point one foot behind us. For this one, I do want you to point the toe if you can, stomach muscles in, lean forward slightly, and then we're just going to do 10 lifts with that leg to the back. So it looks like this, tap and tap, right? All right. So this should feel good. There's not much resistance, but definitely bring that foot down slowly as you come down, okay? All right, 10 to each side, and then we'll repeat. Here we go. Point that toe, stomach muscles in. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's switch legs. One foot in, other foot out. Forward to protect that low back slightly. And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Let's do it one more time. Point that toe back. If you want to get fancy today, again, for my dancey folks, you can take one hand forward. I like to do the opposite arm of the leg. And as you lift, just have that lovely extension. Here we go for 10 each way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last round, other leg. Reach forward and begin when you're ready. You can go as high or as low as feels right for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. If you have a chair or countertop and you've been using it, take a moment just to stretch. Maybe stretching the hips back, using that chair, just shifting the hips back so you get a nice stretch in the back of the legs, that low lumbar spine. Just take a moment here to relax before we come down to do some core work. Stretch and breathe. Release any tension. Good. Awesome. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and slowly round through the spine. We're going to do a quick little couple ab exercises, and then we'll do a couple stretches that are very good for this type of exercise. So go ahead and grab some water if you'd like. And then let's come down to our mat. We're going to do 2 ab exercises today. We'll do one that you're probably pretty familiar with, which is our crisscross crunch. So crunch across the body. We'll add a little bit of bicycle legs. And then we're going to take it up a notch into a Pilates-based exercise called scissors. And then we'll start to cool it down and stretch. You're doing awesome. So let's go ahead to come onto your back and just watch me for a minute, and then you can join in. So we're going to come onto our backs. Back is firmly grounded into the floor, into your mat. Hands behind the head if that works for you. And then this one you probably know. So I like to take my legs up like a tabletop, but you can feel free to have them down. And then we're just going to twist. Elbow and knee meet, elbow and knee meet, okay? So you can do this way. If you'd like to make it a bit more challenging, a bit more Pilates style, I'm going to invite you as you crisscross to one side, your opposite leg will extend out if that your space permits. So you can look at this, all right? So let's go ahead, do 20 of those, and then we'll switch into scissors. So when you're ready, abs in, let's do it. 20, 19, 18, 17. See how my leg hovers? It never really touches the ground. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Make sure you're breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. All right. Let's go ahead now into our scissors stretch. So for scissors, you can keep the head and neck on the mat if you get any neck tension, or place the hands behind the head. That also is a nice modification. However, for full scissors, your legs are going to be straight up towards the ceiling. Point the toes if you can. You extend one leg again to hover. You take your your shoulders, head and neck off of the mat. You hold behind the leg. You pulse for a count of 2. And then switch for 2. So this one is super effective, but modifications, remember, head down is fine. Knees bent are fine. You can even just gently tap like I'm showing here, still working the low abdominal region. All right, let's find our variation and let's do it for 20. All right, here we go. Pulse for 2. Pulse for 2. And I really want you to find the breath here. So I like to exhale. Exhale, inhale, inhale. So make sure that you are breathing. All right, so this is 5, 6, 7, you can do it, 8, 9, 10. Can we do 10 more? Let's try. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really nice. Hug those knees into the chest. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders down. Give yourself a little hug, maybe opening the knees wide here. You can rock side to side, massaging that tailbone. Take a big breath, wiggle those toes, circle those ankles, and let's give ourselves a beautiful full body stretch. Reach those arms up high, legs long. Pull those abs in and take a deep breath here. Big inhale. Exhale it out. One more big breath here. Big inhale. And exhale it out. Awesome. Let's take a few stretches here together, everyone. So we'll slowly bring our arms up. Let's gently roll onto our sides. And we're going to come up to a comfortable seated position. I would invite you at this time to bring the soles of the feet together into our butterfly or bound angle pose. Sit up nice and tall. Take a big inhale. Exhale, fold. Great. Just release that low back, release any tension. Take a minute to show some appreciation and love to yourself for taking this time out today. One last breath here. Come on up. Good. All right, let's cross our legs one in front of the other, but I want you to take your front leg, and there's a few options here. You can cross it just in front in a place that's comfortable for you, or if your flexibility allows it, you can cross it over that front knee. What we want to avoid here is this hip popping up. If that's happening to you, if your hips are tight, just keep the leg in front. What we're going to do is twist over that leg. So I'm taking my opposite arm, big inhale, hug the knee to the chest and twist. Good. Just take a moment, cooling it down, stretch your spine, stretch your glute. Big inhale, exhale, release tension, and we're just going to switch sides. So coming into that comfortable cross-legged, you're going to take your front leg, placing it right here, coming towards your chest, or crossing it over if your hip stays down. Hug it in and twist. Other way. Good. Pull in those abs. Awesome. Big breath. And release. Good job. All right, from here, let's take our legs wide into a straddle. I love doing these stretches because they really make you feel kind of like a ballerina, a dancer. So point your toes if you can. Take one big arm and stretch over. Good. And let's take an inhale. Reach it up and switch. Stretching is so good for us, for our flexibility, for our peace of mind, and for our recovery. So if you work out hard, you do a lot of high impact physical activity, workouts like this can help tone the body and also release that muscular tension. Let's go ahead and come on up, and then both hands slowly start to walk forward. Good. Just going to your comfort level. If you want, you can play around with pointing or flexing the feet, seeing if one feels better, or just alternating to work slightly different muscle groups. Breathe and let go. Take one big breath. All right, slowly start to come up. And to finish today, I'd love to do a beautiful quadricep stretch. We did work the quads a lot today in bar. So you can swing the legs together, make your way up to standing. And for this one, you can balance without a chair or countertop, but I definitely recommend having something handy. So we're just going to do a quad stretch, but for an optional flexibility challenge, we'll add it into, we'll extend it into what's called Lord of the Dance or dancer's pose in yoga. So find your area, your countertop if you need it. Basically, we're going to go into a quadricep stretch. So you're going to bend one knee and then see if you can grab on to that foot. So if you can't, no problem. You can always work towards it or hold a belt or strap to get that foot. And you can just hang out here. This is our nice basic quad stretch. Now, if you have the flexibility or you'd like to try for it today, we're going to press the foot into the hand, tip the body forward, and come into our Lord of the Dance, our dancer's pose. Just for fun. Always know that wherever you're at today is totally fine. One last breath. Release. And let's try that on the other side. So, bending at the knee. Find your quad stretch. Yeah? Good. And then you can hang out here. Wonderful stretch. Or gently start to press. Finding your position on this side. Big breath in. And release. While you're at your countertop area, I invite you one last time. Stretch it forward, reach towards the toes. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Really release that low back. Once again, showing that appreciation that you showed up today. Slowly, slowly round through the spine. Head being the last thing to come up. Go ahead and step wide for me. Take a big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Good job, everybody. You really did a good job today. I hope you enjoyed that bar workout. I really look forward to seeing you more soon, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for doing something positive for you. See you soon. Bye.